Hey everyone, it is January 21st, about 9:30 p.m. Pacific time, and I want to make this a quick update video on what I'm seeing. This is like a daily update video on what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin and for some of the other majors currently. So, my last video, guys, I think we were sitting at about 30 we're about 36 $3,700, and I was calling for a short to the 3400 area, and soon after that we did get a drop down to about 3450 to 3480 depending on what exchange you're looking at, and then we after that popped back up to around 3430, and we're kind of stuck, or sorry, 3530, and we're kind of stuck around 3530 right now. So I want to make this update on what I'm seeing now and what I'm looking at here. So currently, guys, we had what we were looking for in the. Let's go over the bullish count first. In the bullish count, what we were looking for is looks like the chart froze. So in the bullish count, what we were looking for was a initially we had a flat correction with a 1 2 3 1 2 3 and then a 1 2 3 4 5. After which I assumed we'd be heading up because I thought the flat correction may have been over. We got here on this point here, and I was expecting a drop. We got the drop, and now what it seems to me like is that this particular correction isn't a flat correction. I talked about this a little bit in the last video. I said it's more likely to be some sort of a complex correction if we continue down from here. So we got the drop that I was expecting, which means this is no longer a flat correction. However, what it could be and what it now seems likely to be is just a complex, a double zigzag. So what I'm seeing here now is we have our ABC, we have our X wave, and then we are getting another A, B, and then a C, right? So this looks like a completed 5 waves, and I believe it was, followed by a 3-wave X correction. And now I believe we're going to get one more final 5 waves to the downside to complete this ABC, leaving us with a W with an ABC correction and then another ABC to the downside. So that fits the move down here with this complex correction, as opposed to this just being a typical flat. Now instead of a 3-3-5, we'll be getting a 3-3-3, and our target is going to be this red box right here, which lines up well with the bottom of this channel between 33.40 to around 34.30. So this is what I'm looking for as a target, 33.40 to 34.30, and I'll probably layer some bids, if not on Bitcoin, then possibly on Ethereum, but I'll be layering some bids for some coin for when Bitcoin gets down to this level here. If we look at the bearish scenario, we have the same target zone, 33.40 to 34.30, and that also lines up with the bearish, the bottom of this trend line in the bearish zone as well. So either way, even in the bearish count, we needed a 3-wave move to the downside. As we know, in triangles, every leg is 3 waves. So even in the bearish case, we had our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, we had our 3 up, and we're looking for another 5 down. So the count is the same in both the bearish and the bullish case. After what I believe this to be a 5-wave move down, I believe we're going to get a pop up. And so either way, I think it's looking good for bulls, for the bullish count and the bearish count, to possibly long in this red box here, which is what I will be doing. I already closed my shorts from this short, from this drop. I already closed them off, and I'm flat now, so I'm no longer in my shorts at this point in time. But I am looking to long this red box here. And like I said, in both the bullish and the bearish scenarios, it fits quite well. On Ethereum, the key level that I'm looking at here on Ethereum, we're actually already in it. It's this entire red box here. On Ethereum, I'm looking to long. Ideally, I'd look to long around this 107 to 110 area. Sorry, to 110 area right here. I'm not long yet. The count on Ethereum isn't as clear as the count that I have on Bitcoin, so it's a little bit more difficult to estimate exactly where Ethereum is going to land. But I'm assuming if Bitcoin is a little bit lower to go, then so will Ethereum. So somewhere in this red box is where I'm expecting Ethereum to reverse from. And for Bitcoin, I'm expecting reversal somewhere in the red box that I showed you guys earlier. As far as Litecoin is concerned, of course, if Bitcoin and Ethereum reverse at these levels, then I would expect Litecoin to reverse as well. That being said, Let's go to the US dollar chart here. That being said, Litecoin is right under that level of that key level of resistance that I've talked about many times thus far. In fact, when I saw this rejection from it a few days ago, I thought that would be the perfect short. Unfortunately, I don't have an exchange that I can short Litecoin on, so I wasn't able to take it. But as you can see, we rejected off that resistance and dropped back down. So for Litecoin in particular, I'm not looking to long until we're above this resistance level. Once we do get above it, I think it'll be safe to long Litecoin as well. But yeah, my primary focus right now, guys, is on Bitcoin, and I think we're looking really good here for some sort of a move to the upside. If we check out Bitcoin on BitMEX, let's take a look at the volume. So as you can see, guys, let's go to the daily chart to make this a little bit more easy to see. As you can see here, ever since our drop here, we have been dropping in volume consistently, right? So something is going on here. Like some sort of a consolidation is going on here before a larger move is in place. So each of these moves down, this move up, this move down, this move down. As you can see, the volume wasn't strong except for on this move up, right? The volume was decent on this move up, but ever since then, the volume's been really small. So I'm not placing so much importance on these dumps. I don't think these are significant moves on the downside here because the volume is just abysmal right now, right? So I'm not too concerned about us just falling through the bottom here. Volume at this moment isn't supporting that. We're getting marginally lower lows. And there was on Twitter, if you guys follow me on Twitter, another one of the crypto Twitter analysts, Lucid TA, actually pointed this out, and he made a very good point, and it makes a lot of sense. So what he said was, we typically think of lower lows as a negative thing, as a bearish thing, and lower lows generally are bearish, except when you get gradually lower lows, such as in this case where we have a low, slightly lower low, slightly lower low. Normally, those gradual lower lows are actually bullish in a way, because what they tell us is that the sell side momentum is declining, and the reason that we see these slightly lower lows is because most likely we're channeling, right? And channels tend to angle down slightly, and you get these bounces off the bottom trend line that are slightly lower than the prior bounce. And what do we know about channels? We know that generally corrective waves tend to channel very well. So again, when we see these marginally lower lows and forming a nice channel, it tells us that we could be seeing a corrective wave. And what is the corrective wave correcting? It's correcting the prior impulsive move or the prior move to the upside. So the corrective wave is not the primary trend. This move to the upside is, and this move is just correcting that before we get ideally another move to the upside. So that's an interesting point, an interesting way that he put it, and I realized, yeah, it makes a lot of sense because we're channeling, so we're going to be making marginally lower lows. But no, that's not necessarily super bearish. In fact, it's more bullish. We're not making deep lows, we're making marginally lower lows. And in this case, for the bullish case at least, I believe this to be consolidation before another move to the upside. Again, we don't want to forget the bearish case, guys. It's still there, it still exists, and it's still very viable. However, in either case, I think that we're looking good for some sort of a move to the upside very shortly. Within the next couple of days, I would anticipate. So yeah, I will be looking to long this red box, guys. I think someone in my Discord asked me earlier, are you going to be looking to long the 3400 area? Initially, I said no. But after what I'm seeing now, yes, I will be looking to likely long this area. Or alternatively, I'll be looking to long, once this 5 waves are complete, looking to long a break in market structure. So in that case, dropping, making a low, making a higher low, and then breaking up above. I'll look to long that type of setup alternatively. So either way, guys, that's what I'm seeing for now. I just want to give a quick update on what I'm seeing after we got this drop here. Again, as far as this count goes, I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm expecting one more drop to the downside, ideally, for this to pan out. If we take a look, let's take a look real quick on what our fibs are telling us. If that's our wave 1 there, we'd expect our fifth wave to be 1 to 1.68%. That lines up as well. Just to the top of this red level and right at the bottom of this trend line here. And then if this is the bullish scenario that we're looking at, we see our W, our X, and our Y. Our W, our X, and our Y, and let's see what the ratio would be for our W and our Y waves. So we take a length of our W projected from the top of our X wave, and it gives us a 1 to 1 for our Y wave, right about 3440. And between 1 to 1 to 1, 1 to 1.23 right in this red box. So that looks good as well, guys. Let's take a look at RSI. RSI on the 4-hourly, let's see here. Looks like we'll probably make a nice bullish divergence as well. So I like that as well. For RSI, if we get something like, let's see here. There you go. So for RSI, we're anticipating one more drop here to the downside. So expect this to go like this, dip in to this white area, and then go up. If we get a move like that, what that will mean is that we will have lower lows in price while we're getting higher lows in RSI, which is a bullish divergence. So that would be great to see if we get that as well. Let's see what else on the, let's see how the daily RSI is looking. Daily RSI looking pretty good as well. It's holding that 40 level at the moment. So yeah, I mean things look good for Bitcoin right now in the short term. If you guys want to wait for a little bit more confirmation instead of setting orders right away, you can wait to see if this bullish divergence forms, and then long on that, because that'll be another indicator showing that we should see some upside. Or alternatively, like I said earlier, you can wait till we make the 5 down like this, and then wait for us to make a higher low, and then long on a break of that higher low to the upside, right? So you can wait for that higher low, and then once we break this level, you can take a long over there, catch the third wave, and then you'll be good to go. So that's what I would do personally. Either one of those two things, look to go long here. If you want to catch a knife, then look to long on a break of the market structure on this level here, guys. That's all for the update today. If you guys enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to my channel so you can see all these updates. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks.